Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. I forget where I left off. It's been a while. This has to be it. This could have worked. Or we just super objected. It's the dry eyes. Okay. Okay, everyone. Let us have absolute silence now. This is the best part. I'm not quite. You deaf? I said shut it. I wasn't ready yet. Alright. The recorder is set up now. Click. Recording. Now you can go ahead. Mr. Atney, your alibi is null and void. Pardon? I think I misunderstood you. You heard me right. I can disprove the relevance of your alibi. The cage gives it away. The cage? What? What's this pay? That's enough of your bluffs. To the end before you judge me, Your Honor. Objection! Silence on the cheap seats. I'm recording here. Whatever you came up with. There has to be a flaw. I didn't commit this crime. How about we analyze this cage first? I finally found its purpose. It was moved there right before the murder. Obviously, a cage is used to carry or store something inside. If this one was found empty, the next logical step is to figure out what was inside the cage and how it helped with the murder. You also have to note the fact that this cage was closed when found. I have no clue what you're trying to go with this. It'll be this. Why was the cage closed? There'd be something inside, and it had to get out somehow. Sure, the murderer could have let it out manually, but then why would he leave the cage at the crime scene? So, whatever was inside there managed to get out of a closed cage. Ridiculous! So? And what does that have to do with murder? There is one thing I can think of that could have gotten out of the cage without leaving a trace. It just so happens to be something your company sells. Dry ice! The order! Yeah, Faye, what is this dry ice you just mentioned? We actually heard an elaboration about it earlier, didn't we? Oh, I kind of just tuned those out after a while. Dry ice is frozen carbon dioxide. The special thing about it is that it goes directly into a gaseous state, but isn't kept cool. Mr. Atney, you used dry ice, didn't you? You used dry ice to make the victim suffocate. What? Shortly before the victim arrived, you snuck into the room and placed a cage with dry ice there. You knew the victim would stay in the room shortly after because you faked the challenge. After that, you went back to Cool Company and had nothing more to do than just wait. After that, the following happened at the church. Larry arrived at 11:48 p.m. and entered the room a few minutes later. He still didn't suspect a thing. Shortly after, Mr. Berg arrived to see why there was someone in his church. It must have been when the light went out, and Larry figured out that something was wrong. The CO2 began to spread and push the oxygen away, making it hard to breathe. Larry went for the door and opened it, but Mr. Berg awaited him there. He received a hit to the Bible and staggered back into the room. He probably thought that Mr. Berg was intending to kill him, and quickly locked the door again. Since he couldn't use the door now, he obviously opened the window. It was too late. He fell unconscious while opening the window, and fell outside. Instant death. The end. That is... wow. Seems to match up perfectly. Yeah. Congrats. That dry ice. This murder method. This should account for everything relevant in this case. Mr. Berg is not to blame for his actions. You almost had me tricked, but I saw through you. You killed Larry using the trick I just described, Lou Gatney. That is brilliant. Is that a confession? maybe. All those years, could never forget. I think nobody ever figured it out. I think keeping my crime secret would be that painful. Not only did I want someone I could tell how ingenious it was, there was also a feeling of guilt. That man, all these years, it was impossible to forget his face. And now I was finally offered the chance to atone for my ingeniousness. Just weird, does something feel wrong here? Mr. Atme, are you denying your involvement, or is that a confession? Yes, I confess, it was me. I killed him with that ingenious dry ice trick. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to say this. It's time to atone for my sins. Here I am, the tragic clown. I have no idea how that makes sense in this context, but okay. Yeah, this whole thing kind of feels off. In a sense. That was a pretty good show, Mrs. Fay. Mr. Ozma, is there something left you'd like to say? In fact... Nope, no objections. Good game. Wait, what? Did he suddenly turn reasonable? Seems like he managed to do it. Yeah, it seems that way. That is enough. This court is ready to announce a verdict. It seems that, at the very end, Mrs. Fay managed to turn the case around and unveil the truth. Well done, Mrs. Fay. Thanks to you, another innocent was spared. What unjust verdict. Thanks, Your Honor. Court hereby finds the defendant. Guilty not. Okay, what's so funny? Oh my god. Alright. Alright. Is it the reward? 10 minutes of laughing. Congrats, Mia Fey. Congrats. Once again, you saved the day. Isn't that just wonderful? What the hell is his problem? Anyway, it seems like the case is over. Doesn't feel that way. Whew. Can't believe we managed to turn that one around. At the end. Yeah, it was a tough fight and a clever trick. In the end, Larry's murderer got what he deserved. Yeah. Now he'll be able to rest in peace. Thanks, Mia. Well, technically, it was me who told you that super objection would save the day. Oh, come on now. It's not like you had any idea what exactly to do. True. So, want to celebrate? Sure. Wait. I'm going to suggest the bar you're working at, aren't you? Well, that's the only place where I'm getting a discount. No thanks. I know a better place. Let's go there instead. Alright then. Wait. Stop. Hold it. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. Ah, Mr. Stick. Congratulations. I have to express my thanks to you. Would have thought that I actually wasn't responsible. I do feel bad for hitting the victim like that. Might have been able to escape. Don't worry about it. You weren't responsible. It was that devilish trap. I know, but still, such an unfortunate coincidence. You weren't completely uninvolved in it. If that is really what happened, you were kinda involved to some degree. Maybe involuntary, if we go for that. If I had been there, I could have been still alive. Okay, it's not your fault. Mr. Atney alone is to blame for this. Yes, you are correct. Fair enough. I might have been able to escape if Mr. Berg hadn't been there. I wonder if Atney considered that. Maybe he actually just wanted to make Larry think he failed the test, or something. Yeah, that must be it. You ready, Mia? Sure, let's go. Wait, I will dine with you. Let us celebrate in the name of the Lord. That's not... Okay. Of course you can come along. With that, the trial was over, and everyone was happy. The murderer was arrested. Another case reached a satisfying ending. Hi. Perfect. Hilarious. Oh my god. I hope you're all still watching, because it's time for a fun little extra show. Let's have a little fun with our murderer, shall we? And congrats for catching him, by the way. But that just isn't enough now, is it? It's time for some extra fun. Oh boy. Huh? Where am I? Why is everything black? Hello and welcome, Mr. Nuggadme. How are we feeling today? That voice. You're the prosecutor from earlier. Congratulations. The deduction was yet again correct. Of course. What do you think I am? A despicable human being who murdered not once, but twice in his life. You learned nothing over all those years, did you? Oh well, can't really blame you. Anyway, what was with those disappointing final moments? It wasn't acceptable. What? Don't even pretend. Why'd you make it seem like you actually confessed for other reasons? You know, all that stuff about you feeling guilty and sad that nobody figured it out. It's been 7 years. I never forgot. It's true, I could never stop feeling guilty about it. I didn't expect one would feel that way. However, I had no choice but to kill him. That guy back then, he blackmailed me. I've lived a good life, but it's too late now. Is that your answer? You only confessed because of that other crime you committed? Not only because of that. Mrs. Faye's theory was beautiful. The presses will have to write a lot about it. It won't be forgotten that soon. I realized there was one way to pay for my sin. It should be like this. This will leave a mark on history. It will stay known as the period which Luke Atney lived. It appears you've seen through me, and I told you the truth. However, it's too late. Don't give me that crap. You're guilty of both crimes. You're the one and only demon of this story. Just admit it. Everything will be blamed on you. Acceptable for me. I won't have much time left either way. Oh, I wouldn't be so sure about that. In this space, the world follows my rules. And I think someone like you shouldn't be leaving this space for all eternity. I suppose it must get boring after an hour or so. Oh, wait, what? Oh, you heard me quite right. I prepared this special eternal torture for you. Ridiculous. Anything like that would never exist. Oh, you wouldn't believe how easy it is to mess around with time. At least where I come from. I know you won't be able to kill yourself. Time will revert and make you revive. You've got to... What is this? What do you want? Punish the murderer of 2 people appropriately? I told you I didn't actually kill the second guy. Oh, and you think I'm just gonna believe you like that? But go ahead. I'll give you the whole court record. Prove your innocence. So I'm only getting out of this place if I can prove my innocence. Sure thing. You can prove it. I'll let you go so that you can die normally. I'm not tricking you here. Trust me, I'd never lie that tastelessly. How considerate. Zavari. In that case, I won't fail. Go ahead, then. Very well. The obvious opening move would be the keys. Couldn't even have gotten inside the room. Seriously, you're trying to pull a keys anyone on me? I'm sorry, but the state of the door before the crime cannot be confirmed. In other words, it could have been open. But that's a problem. Sorry, I got it. I think you'd be making trouble this early on. Considering the other facts of the case, it's obvious that this murder was planned. To rely on the fact that the door would happen to be open at that point is an absurd plan. The possibility exists. What? How does that disprove anything? That's just about probabilities, lame. But just for you. After you stole the key, you could have made a duplicate key. No, nonsense. Such a key doesn't exist. Got the chances there. How about you show me something more decisive? How am I supposed to do that? If you're arguing like this? As I said, it's technically possible. I guaranteed it, so it has to be true. That's a rule even I can't break. So it's gonna be... I'm not done just yet. I'll find a way to get out of here. Hey, take out that window. Your problem? In theory with me is the culprit. Mr. Butts opened the window himself and fell out. Won't that leave fingerprints? Denied! It specifically mentioned that this window is easily openable without leaving fingerprints. But it's not like he was trying to leave no prints. He should have been in a hurry. So what? The possibility exists, so it's legitimate. But in the theory, you cannot always completely disregard possibilities. Plausibleness. Oh, but that's what many people did, apparently. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Feel free to present to me an alternate theory that isn't stretching any hints unreasonably. But really, how would he fall unconscious exactly when... Come on, I don't care about your plausibility crap. Give me some real logic, will you? The candle. Everything makes sense about the candle. Not so fast. There were no fingerprints found on it. Isn't that strange? So, I believe the melting wax could explain that. No traces at all? How likely is that? How often do you want to give me that lame stuff? I'm freaking waiting. Do you actually want to get out of this or not? Let us then get to a very important point. The cage. Well, that's like digging your own grave. Mrs. Faye completely elaborated why dry ice is the only way this cage makes sense. And who just so happens to have access to that stuff? You. But even the slightest bit of a trace was found in the room afterwards. Would that be almost impossible? Denied. Almost impossible does not equal impossible. Window is open. There's the chance of everything vanishing without leaving the slightest trace. Sorry! This is getting fun. What's next? What about this letter? It's never explained. Not relevant to the crime. But wait. It should be connected to the motive. Or perhaps you received that letter because Larry knew something about the stuff you did. But how is this supposed to prove your innocence? How is this supposed to prove your innocence is beyond me. The challenge. That was completely explained, wasn't it? You faked it. My whole business report? Love letters? Now he's playing the Phoenix Wright fan case, presenting everything. Explained. Not relevant. What are your motive? Impossible. I look at me, can't prove it really happened? Problem? Giving up? Come on, just confess already. The clock. Elaborate. Well? Are you freaking serious? The clock has absolutely nothing to do with this, now does it? Well? How does it feel? Come on, say that you hate me. We'll get you out of here. I made you realize your own worthlessness. Impossible. But you said there was a way. Nah. Hate me. Come on, show me your despair. Sucks for you. Have fun in hell for all eternity. Oh, wait. What about this autopsy report? Oh. Sure, feel free to point something out in there. But I think I should tell you something before you do that. What? What's the small issue with that report? It might not be the most recent version, you know. Even if you would find something, I have an actualized version. Oh no. Wait. Well, seems like that's about it. You failed. See you around. Whoops, my bad. It's pretty unlikely we'll be seeing you around ever again. Wait, please. What kind of demon are you? This isn't funny. It isn't? How is this not absolutely hilarious? Oh, you meant from your perspective. My bad. I'd love to play around more with you, but children might be watching. Wait! Hello? And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this little bonus show is over. I hope you all enjoyed the punishment of the criminal behind this tale. Until next time. Bad end. So Percy decides to revive you. Death count 2. Okay, we're going right back here then. It's the person who killed Larry, okay. It's very clearly Miles Edgeworth. This person's the murderer. Sure. To be fair, I'm a little disappointed. I thought you'd have more than just a random guess. The evidence that explains why exactly this particular person has to be the murderer. But if you don't have that, this is pretty much worth nothing. Well, the prosecution is right. Okay, why do you think this person is the murderer? The clock. This is my reason. Oh, okay. I think you're the murderer because I happened to find this in the court record. Nah. This was impossible to prove to begin with. Have you only realized this now? Of course it is. Because McBurg over there is the murderer. You could have admitted it long ago. But no, you kept struggling for a hopeless cause. There's so much behind this pretty face of yours after all. I will believe in my client till the end, my foot. In the end, you're not much more than a pathetic woman trying to blame stuff on other people. Now the true ugly face of Mrs. Fay has been exposed to the world by yours truly. Well, I'm surprised you lasted that long. Welcome to Penalty Hill. Alright, I suppose that's enough. Just kidding. Problem? And we're dead. It's very clearly Larry. Okay, that... So we'll know if we got it right. Oh, we can present Haas. It's you, Prosecutor Haasma. I don't know if we've seen this already. We're going to see it again. Oh, yeah, exactly. You did well remember that confession. Okay, I think we have seen this earlier. We'll see it again. You did well remember that confession from earlier. You see, the low and Alvace isn't going to cut it. Let me ask. How'd I do it? Where's the evidence? Notice I can't believe you're actually doing this, Mrs. Fay. Your Honor, weren't you the one who almost bought the confession earlier? accusing Mr. Hazma of murder. Where's your evidence? The evidence is Mr. Hazma. Okay, that doesn't work. Alright, we're not going to go down that road. Can't use Luna. Oops. I do like that. We only seem to have one other option here. What are we going for here? So our one road forward here is one road we haven't actually considered from the very beginning. It's the issue with the keys. How did Larry get the keys? How did he even get the key? How did the killer get the keys? How did the killer get into the room? How did the killer get out of the room? What's the deal with the keys? What's the deal with the keys? There is one outside possibility, which is utterly mental. But, remember who found the keys? When we stumbled upon the body. It's about the only choice that we haven't tried yet. Remember the theme of this story. Literal catchphrase here. It all comes back to the keys. Nothing's changed yet. This is my reason. Oh, okay. And I think you're the murderer because I happen to find this in the court record. Something's changed, though. Wait, no. That's impossible. Could this really be? But no, there has to be another explanation. But thinking about it, I realize that there isn't. Once you eliminate the impossible, what remains, however improbably, must be the truth. However, have I really been fooled that much? In this world, it's difficult to distinguish between lies and truths. That is why there is something called trust that has to exist. But trust can also blind you. I learned that the hard way. Regardless of that, I kept believing in my clients, believing in... So, like, what's the plan? You gonna show us something or not? Your Honor, members of the court, the defense believes that we have all been tricked. Tricked by a crime that was supposed to be impossible to figure out. Well, Mrs. Fay, are you claiming you know the real identity of the murderer now? I do. I have no clue how the rest makes sense, but those statements he made earlier so clearly revealed. No, this is impossible. Are you going to use your chance or not? We've already wasted enough time. Of course I know who the murderer is. I just don't know how he did it. But darn it! The identity of the real murderer is... Nice point, bro. Oh, hell. So it's actually come to this, huh? Sorry, but that's as far as you'll go. Afraid I can't let you proceed. What? What do you mean? I know who you are about to declare. Sorry, but no. I can't let that happen. I will not permit you reaching that sort of conclusion without any real proof. But what is going on here? Just who is she going to accuse, anyway? It is my only interest to bring the truth to light. Especially in this case. There's something I have to know now. So suddenly getting a not guilty just wouldn't be enough anymore? I am sorry, but you won't be going any further as long as Hosma is still here. I was given the right to make one accusation. You can't prevent me from using it. That's what you think. However, the prosecution is allowed to object. And naturally, I'm ready to explain to you why your accusation would be completely retarded. Hey now. Fine, if you want to put it that way, I'll challenge your logic. Shouldn't we hear the accusation first before doing something like this? Don't worry, Your Honor. It seems that he already knows. We'll settle this here. I'm just preventing an epic failure, you see? You know, I was hired for this. And well, it's more fun if I get to crush you now. Hired to be the queen who's protecting the king, huh? In your dreams, I am a king, after all. I'd like to be able to follow through. Shut up, Judgy. This is my showdown. There's no place for you here. I'm taking down Mia Fey. Everyone who tries to interfere will taste steel. I've had about enough of you by now, anyway. I'm accepting your challenge. Challenge, yeah? A real test of courage in this trial. A one-on-one duel with me. How do you feel, knowing that your loss is pretty much certain? I'm top tier for a reason, you know? At least right. How about you get to the point, then? Okay, I'll tell you why you suck. Don't think you'll be able to turn this test into a turnabout. Click. Ahem. Ladies and gentlemen, watch carefully. Legendary attorney Mia Fey will be personally crushed by me with actual arguments. This case is already extremely clear. So I haven't bothered wasting time with accusing someone else. Keys, anyone? Only the defendant could have blocked the room. Killing the candle, he lied about it. Simple as that. You know why? You know why. Everything is accounted for here. Regarding the cage, someone else must have left it there earlier. This leaves absolutely no suspicious points or reason for doubts about Mr. Butts' death. What you're trying to do isn't based on more than a few false assumptions. Non sequitur, as the educated man would call it. As long as you have no actual evidence, decisive evidence, there is no reason to theorize further. Do you see how stupid that accusation would be now? What kind of argument was that? Problem? Given up already? So you really have nothing to back your theory up? Surely you can first explain to me why it is superior to the already existing simple one, then. I suppose that makes sense. In any case, please begin your rebuttal. Not exactly what I expected, but I'll find a way to prove him wrong. And again, can I really disprove the existing theory? Or prove my suggestion? There has to be a way to show him what this is really about. It is Hosma, so maybe there isn't. Because it seems clear. Oh, you gotta stall for more time? Look, it's already sad enough with you. Bad Mia. Show me some evidence if you want to claim otherwise. All you need to do is prove that whatever you think of as the truth is actually more plausible. I can't do that just now. I'm still working out the details, but... Well then, shut up and listen. To the one who gave me... Look, even I didn't think you would try to do something that ridiculous. Ridiculous, you say? There's a certain logic behind it. After all, if we assumed that someone else tricked us, it could only have been them. Oh, is that really true? all other alternatives fail. In my opinion, there's a really simple reason why your scenario doesn't make much more sense either. I'm not sure I'd be able to follow this. As in McJudge, all I have to do is lean back and say I'm right once in a while. And you, Mia Fey, should think things over if you really expected that pressing me would help you. Darn. It's right that most of the reasons for this accusation are highly circumstantial. Don't think that there's evidence to fully prove it at the moment, but there's still one big problem. Keys, anyone? That's exactly where we were mistaken. Hey, slow down there, will ya? You can't use that sort of argument here without any real proof that it happened. You took me down everything that way, you know? A wizard did it. Prove me wrong. You have to admit that this... Keys, anyone? Yeah, that's exactly the problem. Keys, anyone? At least let me explain. Show me solid evidence that actually happened, and I will. I don't think it's possible to gain any ground here. For the moment, at least. No, he didn't lie. Why would he lie? That's my spot-on Mia impression. We went over that already, didn't we? The Bible Boy isn't actually such a saint. His story doesn't match up with the fact, and that's why. Would he have known if the candle was still lit? Why use such an obvious lie? Hey, you're actually considering it was a lie now. Wow, progress. Thank you, I'm here till Friday. That's not how I meant it. I suppose it would be best if we simply moved on. Everything's accounted for. It's a rather general statement, and I'm not sure what it includes according to you. Do not comprehend. Don't make me waste my breath like that cat thing. Look, nothing else suspicious happened or was discovered that night. Prove me wrong. But it came to be a rather strange coincidence. Okay, fine. I'll admit that I left it there. I have to transport my beloved snakes. They were what killed him. Well, what? Problem? Snakes wouldn't fit through the holes unless they were really thin ones. My God, you're actually thinking about it. I'd be fine with you being the murderer instead. Really? Yeah, really, you can believe me. If there wasn't anything else suspicious, we'd bait it today. Was there? I'm actually not too sure about that, but didn't we discuss the suspicious actions of some... Quit thinking and freaking do something. We don't have all day. We're waiting for you. The suspicious actions of someone, like the suspicious actions of Edgeworth? Which you just kind of dropped? Yeah, we'll have to play the stop wasting time card again now. I mean, that was probably already twice the amount I wasted on purpose at the beginning. Fine, there was Mrs. Happy, but it's still quite the achievement. I love that transition. It's true that there are assumptions, but I know they have to be right. There are some clear indications, things he normally wouldn't do. Well, that was lame. Did poor Mia lose the ability to argue properly now? There's a reason people don't just believe in what others claim. The world's become a corrupted place. People in charge abuse their subordinates everywhere. Ordering them to kill their own friends and stuff like that. It happens. Face it, blind faith just turns you into a mindless marionette of the higher-ups. Trust me, I know. I happen to be one of those abusive people in charge. I'll find a way to prove it, Mr. Hazma. This is gonna be good. Doesn't follow. Gee, I should have known. No, yeah, you actually just pressed without knowing what to ask. Just for the hell of it. You thought you could get away with it anyway, right? Just have some funny conversation. Well, guess what? Not today. Huh? Your Honor, he just gave me a penalty. Oh, that's okay. Compared to the whipping I expected for today, that should barely hurt at all. Where's the fairness in that? Problem? I'll take that out. How do you imagine me to do this? It's too early to decisively prove something. You know it has to be the truth for everything. Makes sense. Oh god, even if I can't prove it. That's pretty much what a lunatic would say as well. I'm afraid you should just give up then. Actually, is he trying to trick me here? How did it end up like this? He wants me to prove my case before I present it? What is it, McFay? Reach your wit's end. Oh, threw away your chance. Too arrogant to admit it. I have a really awesome hint for you. Want to hear it? No, I shouldn't even bother. Speechless? Sad. No, really, I am disappointed. But don't think I'll have mercy because of that. I have to remember how to fight the likes of him. It's the only way to get out of this. Can't actually prove anything if we present the key. No. Can't think of anything. Fine, what do you want to tell me? Did you know that in some Asian countries, 4 is considered a number symbolizing death? As expected. It's a legit hint, really. Shouldn't even bother thinking about it, but what could he be hinting at with the number 4? 4 statement or 4 pieces of evidence? It'd be time to use this special technique to present multiple pieces of evidence at once. Thanks for the info, Mr. Hazma. Allow me to get serious then. Of course. Keep digging your own grave. Repeat your argument. Oh my god, we actually unlocked Super Presents. Oh fuck, this better not be the fucking answer. I don't actually want to do that. We're gonna experiment some more on our own. No. Shouldn't even bother. Oh? Well, what's the matter? It's silent for a while. Out of ideas already? Come on, is that really all you can do? It's pointless, I've had enough. You're giving up. Give up? Why would I do that? Well, then get back to cracking my argument. Why should I even bother? Hey, you can't just ignore me now. Your argument is completely pointless. What exactly are you trying to show? I've had enough of letting myself get provoked by you. Well, how about I make my accusation now? Are you serious? I told you the case against the defendant is still solid. That's exactly my problem with your argument. It proves absolutely nothing. Just because it's technically possible doesn't mean it's the truth. You just wanted to provoke me, said I would fail to disprove your fail to disprove you or prove my case right there. So you're admitting that you can't prove your case. Perhaps, but that's only true for your pointless argument. It seems like you're just trying to prevent me from hearing my suspect's real testimony. I could have tried to keep fighting against it, but that'd be pointless. That wasn't the deal. The deal was to call my suspect to the stand and cross-examine him, with only one chance. And I have yet to make use of that chance. Your role here is over. Just shut up! Someone's mad. Jeez. Not sure what to think of it. His argument did sound convincing. Of course it did. It's exactly the same thing he's been saying throughout the whole trial. And of course I can't disprove it just like that. That's why I wanted to call the suspect first. And this kind reminder of the facts had nothing to do with it. It's no real argument. You're a really tough one, after all. Have your way then. I did what I could. Thank you for finally letting me get to the point. Well, I hope you have at least a basis for whatever accusation you are going to make. Justification is quite simple. It's another explanation for the locked room. While I can't directly prove what is the truth, I have found another possibility. Oh, so that's what that was all about. I think I see why the argument was pointless now. Indeed. Unless the person himself will convince me that they are innocent, I'm allowed to present it. But that argument did in no way deny this possibility either. Well, the judge can decide whether to believe your nonsense then. Very well. I think I'm intrigued about this other possibility. It's a quite simple trick, Your Honor. I'll explain it. However, first I'd like the suspect to take the stand. Well then, who is it? Phoenix Wright.